This is going to be a whole first trimester recap. I wanted to do a whole first trimester recap because when I first found out I was pregnant, this was like all I watched. Was I wanted to know what other people were feeling and if what I was feeling was normal. And let me just say, some of my symptoms were like really odd and nothing that I had seen before, but I looked it up online and apparently more people also had them. But I'm actually a few weeks into my second trimester now. I just wanted to wait until I shared everything on social media before I made this video. And as you can see, I have this whole list of symptoms and thoughts and just things that I kept up with the whole first trimester. I found out September 2nd. When I found out, I think I was barely 4 weeks. And the weirdest thing, I wasn't even going to take a test. I had decided, okay, I think we do want to have a baby, but from things I have heard, sometimes it is not easy and sometimes it takes months and months and months, or you need to track your ovulation. I was like, I don't even know when I ovulate. I don't keep track of all that. And so I had ordered ovulation tests on Amazon and they came with pregnancy tests in them already. So I was like, oh, this is nice. There was like $10 for the whole pack and you got all these pregnancy tests too. Whenever the box came in, I took a test and little did I know I was pregnant then. It was just too early for it to come up. Well, then a few weeks later, I was sitting on TikTok and I hadn't even had another like missed period or another period to track ovulation or anything to try. I was watching a TikTok video and I don't even know, something in my head, I was sitting on this couch and I was like, I kind of just want to go take another test. And I wasn't even about to start my period. Like I wasn't even, I think I was maybe 4 days before my period, 5 days even. Just decided on a whim to go in there and take it, and I did, and there was like a faint line. So I texted my best friend and I was like, am I seeing this right? And she was like, yeah, you're pregnant. So I started freaking out. I couldn't talk to my husband because I wanted to make sure that it was real or not so I could like surprise him, because I've always wanted to do that. So I ran to Dollar Store and got a digital one so I could see if it said pregnant or not. Well, sure enough, it did. This is what's funny, is I had started this list and forgot about it because there's so much more I could have added to it. Things I've cried over. I have not even been super hormonal this whole time, because normally I am like an easily hormonal person, or like somebody who cries about things, but I haven't that much. But I did write things that made me cry was the sweet old man on the intern, hard cry about my dogs not feeling loved / time going by fast and them getting old. I want to cry again typing this. Here's my whole symptom list, okay? These are early symptoms, and then I did by week my symptoms that week. So early symptoms, very hungry. I remember at first, I was ravenous. Like I was eating, I was so hungry. So hungry. I had kind of sore boobs. I wrote sore nips starting at 6 weeks, but that did not last long because I don't have, my boobs are not even sore now. They haven't been for a while. A little lightheaded. Nausea started at 6 weeks. Couldn't be hungry or I would be nauseous, but absolutely nothing sounded good. I do remember this time, it only lasted for maybe 2 weeks, and that was the only period that I was kind of nauseous, and it was only when I got hungry, and I was having some food aversion, so a lot of things didn't sound good, and I was starving, but just nothing satisfied me. That was horrible. I mean, it wasn't bad because I wasn't throwing up. I just hate not feeling satisfied because I feel like food is such an important thing to me. This is what's funny, is I would go shopping at like Aldi's if something sounded good, because there would be nothing in our fridge. Nothing at home sounded good, but I was like, I can't eat fast food every single day. I just felt so guilty. So I would go to Aldi's or Walmart and I would buy groceries, like literally a week's worth of groceries, thinking, okay, this is what I'm gonna eat this week. I would eat a lot of it that day, and then the next day, absolutely nothing sounded good. I was repulsed. I didn't want anything, so I felt like I was wasting food. Luckily, that only happened a few times, and nothing was wasted. It just still in our pantry. And something that kind of stunk and didn't seem normal was that my jeans didn't fit at 6 weeks. And I was telling a lot of my friends this, and I was like, why are my jeans not fitting? I'm only 6 weeks. And the funny thing is I was so bloated, and all of my jeans are high-waisted. I didn't realize how every single pair of jeans that I have are all completely high-waisted, not like the little bit of high-waisted. They are super high-rise, and so they just were not fitting comfortably anymore, and I was very upset because I was like, this is way too early on. Well, I did find a pair of regular jeans, like mid-rise. They still fit to this day, and I'm 16 weeks, so I think it's just the high-waisted, I don't know, but that freaked me out for a while. Week 7, I remember writing this because I was on a plane back from Vermont. Don't like anyone's smell. Even if it smells good, I don't like it. Almost gag at smelling human scents. So when we were in Vermont on the way home, this older man was sitting beside me and I didn't get to sit with Daniel, and he smelled so strong, like manly and musky, but not the good kind of like musk. It was like he smelled like a human. He smelled like a human being. It was weird. And I just remember sitting by him the whole time and I was like, oh, so bad. Okay, week 9, still wasn't liking coffee. And I will even say to this day, I just now started liking coffee again. And I'm somebody that used to wake up in the morning, I wanted coffee. Like, I wanted to go to Starbucks and Dunkin' every single day. I would have to somehow convince myself every day not to go first thing in the morning because 1, it's unhealthy, and 2, it's unhealthy for my bank account. And I just did not like coffee for the longest time. Major symptom, no motivation. Like at week 9, I said no motivation to get any work done. I don't know if this is pregnancy related, but my bottom teeth got randomly sensitive out of nowhere. And then I wrote symptoms kind of left or were very minimal and I was scared. So week 9 is whenever everything was just gone. Like I didn't feel any of the nausea anymore, any of the food aversions. And I just sat here one night and I looked at Daniel and I was like, I haven't felt like I was pregnant this whole week. And I was freaking out because my ultrasound appointment wasn't for another week and a half. And that is something that I did not realize before becoming pregnant, is that the first trimester, if you've never been pregnant before, is the scariest because you don't know if anything's normal. You don't know if you're supposed to be feeling these symptoms. You're scared that something's happened to your baby. It's just so scary. And just know that if you're not having many symptoms or any at all, that does not mean something's wrong with your baby. Everybody is different. And if you're not throwing up, that does not mean anything. It is perfectly fine and you got lucky. For like a week, my bottom teeth were sensitive out of nowhere and then it just went away. So I don't know what that means. Week 10, felt great. Week 13, which was only 3 weeks ago, been feeling good, somewhat normal, but then I'll realize my body is tired and my brain is not. Like even bending to put clothes in the dryer makes me feel tired and I'm having lower back pain. I did have some lower back pain for a while and I don't know if I was on my feet too much, but if I am like on my feet all day or I cook all day or clean all day, my lower back by the end of the evening is pretty rough and I have never dealt with that before, so this is new. Of course, the main symptom that I have had that I think a lot of people have is weird vivid dreams. Like vivid, I remember them, they are weird and every night, like it just doesn't end. And that is so weird to me that everybody has this as a symptom because it's like, how does pregnancy cause this? So that was everything that I have written down. I know that there are some that I forgot about or maybe didn't notice, but I want to do a whole second trimester recap, of course, and there are symptoms that I've already had in the second trimester that I didn't have in the first that are new to me as somebody who is first time pregnant, like round ligament pain and growing pains that I just didn't feel like would be this early on. But I'm so excited to finally have shared it on social media. I was very stressed and like way overthinking things for so long. That's why it took me until 16 weeks to announce it, because I was so scared that if I announced it something would happen, or that if I announced it like people are going to be annoyed. I don't know why, and I'm pushing that all to the side because I'm like, I don't care if somebody's annoyed that I'm posting too much about this, because this is a very important season in my life, and anybody who is pregnant knows that this season of life is so special, and to just share it. And don't worry about what anybody thinks. If you're pregnant, follow me so we can follow each other and we can just discuss all of our symptoms. And comment if you had any weird symptoms, because I think it's so strange and interesting just to talk about everybody's different symptoms. I do want to make a lot more videos and I'm going to be consistent. I was just hiding my pregnancy in all of my last videos and felt not very motivated to keep doing them. But now I'm back on track and I'm ready to film anything that y'all want. If y'all want hair tutorials or more pregnancy related, anything, just let me know and subscribe so you don't miss any of my other videos. Bye. Wait, before I forget, I wanted to give y'all a little bump update, what I'm looking like at 16 weeks. Here is the bump. It's finally looking like a baby bump and not just bloat, as you can see down here. Okay, just wanted to show y'all that too. Bye.